Well, we're going to confuse him today on purpose because of that. Because we don't want him to, every time he sees it, he thinks sideways. We want him to understand that he has to follow actual instructions. I should have asked before I moved that. You didn't have a specific reason why that was right where it was, did you? I just... Okay. So my game plan is you're just going to kind of go from like sort of station to station. Good boy. So I need to know if he can go sideways in both directions. Because what we're going to do, we have another pole instead, right? Okay. Hi, buddy. Am I going to need to get another barrel? You don't need to necessarily get another barrel, but if I can remember, I'll bring them, but some short cones, so we can do some maneuvers with shorter cones would be good. Because I can make kind of like poles out of shorter cones, so we didn't have to buy any pole, or bring any poles or anything. But okay. So my goal oh yeah. Okay, so our goal, I think you saw horse Rio do this. Sideways, up, sideways, up, sideways. Okay? You're going to come out and around both barrels, because he has to come from the outside to go in. Out, so you're going to do the figure 8. So you can go with him, out, sideways. He can go all the way around. He's got to spin and come sideways. I might need to move this back a little bit just so that he can get spun better. So, my suggestion is making sure that you have your send and your bring back good before you introduce the obstacle. Make sure you have your left and right sideways good. And make sure you have your over good before you introduce all the obstacles. So you can do that kind of anywhere. I'll move your stands here. These just look like a broken leg waiting to happen. Oh yeah. He says, but you never know. I might need to. Ooh. Yeah. A couple times I've driven down your road, I'm like, man, I'd be nervous riding on this road the way the cars do go when there are cars. No, I get it. No, I just... It's when it's quiet, it's quiet. Like when I'm here, I almost never see anything. But when I've driven the road, I've been passing cars where I'm like, whoa, you're going to kill me. The neighbors just rode by on a horse. Yeah. Like if you never. You sure are cute. I want to take a picture of that. You sure are cute. Yeah. You sure are cutie.
Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, pay attention. Over here.
And sometimes, well, I'll be honest with you, for me, now if my horse had a very direct line focus and there's no getting his attention, instead, I would deliberately be where you can look over there, but you better be paying attention to me. So I would actually be on this side, giving them the benefit of allowing, because otherwise he's worried as opposed to, I just want to see what it is. He's more worried.
Right.
So anytime you put the worry at their tail, you can't get their focus as easily.
Right.
This way he can be aware of what's going on over there, yet be able to focus on you as well. Good. That's much better. Chillier here than it was at Cindy's. The sun went in. Good. Now, the only thing is you said sideways, you stayed pretty focused, then he got way up in your space, so then you had to actually step out, look him in the eye, and say, yup, you need to back up. The problem with that is you turned off all the sideways. Okay? So instead, manage that creeping forward before he's in your space, and you have to actually get out of his space to fix it. So it's a sideways, therefore any step forward is incorrect. So any lean forward, if you can catch the lean, now you've interrupted the thought and you're not having to punish the mistake.
Okay.
Yep, there. Now he understood, oh, it's not a go forward. It's not a walking thing. Good. But don't take your focus off the sideways. See, you took your focus off the sideways? Then he got lost. Yep. Don't go forward, but don't take the sideways off. Yep. Don't go forward, but don't take the sideways off. There you go. There. See how much easier it was for him to understand? It's okay. It's okay. Just get louder on the side that you need him there. So he's managed to get into your space. Try to keep the more in front of him, like the more space you give each other, the better he can hear you. See, this is why it's a more advanced. It's because now you're telling him, go left, go right, go left, go right. Now, he totally asked you with that front left foot, which was kind of cool. Did you watch him ask you with that front left foot? He went, this one? Yep. Right? So you definitely want to be very present when they ask you those questions, so you can say yes, and then offer, without getting any louder, offer an assurance that is yes. Because if you gotten louder, you would have scared him.
Right.
And he either would have gone forward and tried to get around you. If you've not been supportive at all, he would then second guess that from going this to, oh, I guess it wasn't right. And then he'd go back to going the other way. So that's why changing from sideways this way to sideways this way are much more advanced. And that's where you have to be very clear. I need you to go this way. I need you to go this way. It has to be very like typewriter. You know what I mean? And now I need you to go this way. Oh, now I need you to go this way, right? And then that way he can understand. But if it's kind of in front of him and you're kind of like but you're not really because you're getting ready to be over here again. You know what I mean? So your mind is playing something that he's picking up on. I'm not sure which way to go. So you need to make sure that you stay very clear this way and then very clear this way.
Alright, I'm gonna come this way.
Okay, now be very clear that way. Very clear also means don't go forward, but while I'm telling you not to go forward, I have not told you not to go sideways. You need to make sure that you say, don't go forward, but I haven't stopped telling you to go sideways. Because if you stop the sideways to manage the forward, you've changed it.
Okay. It's sort of like that. Yep.
Yes? Yes? Good. And he asked again. Yes. But see, you gave up on the sideways. But you gave up. Yep. There you go. There you go. Yep. 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 Good. And stop. Good. 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 And I'm glad you changed that because this was still in the go. When you went like this, you said we're done. Okay. So I'm glad you changed that. Yep. So now both of you take a breath and go the other way. It does not matter. It's not like because that horse that you saw that exercise with, I wasn't meaning to seem timed about it, but I had already practiced with the horse before the woman had come in. So I was already like, now watch this, you know. So it was kind of a speedy thing. It does not have to be that way. You can get him sideways down this pole. Breathe. Ask him to come forward, sideways down this pole. Breathe. Ask him, okay? So there's no time. We're not being timed on it. Because I think that's sometimes what happens is we get excited and we affect it. We affect the horse through our excitement. Good. Yep. I'm glad you took that step back. The further away you are, for two reasons, he can hear you better because you're more in his where he can actually see you. Because up close he can't see you, and I say they hear you. It's actually they can't see you. So I like about this much distance, and the reason for that, two reasons: one, because they can hear you better; two, he's managing more of your rope, so you have to manage less of it.
Okay.
Because he's between the two of you, he's taken up more of the rope, so now you have less to fiddle with over here. Good. I'd even get that other foot back before you get started. Good. Good job. Good boy. And that's so nice how light it is. Now, you do have a bit of a loop in that. If he were to suddenly run backwards, he'd break your fingers. So you double back instead of loop.
Good like that?
Yeah, that's okay, that cat.
Let's try it, buddy.
Yep. Yep. Now stop that forward now. There you go. But don't change the sideways. Don't change the sideways. Get the hind end to catch up. Whatever's falling behind, you have to get to catch up. It's okay. That's okay. You're doing better about your crouching, but as soon as it started to get out of control, you got crouchy. So just you can stop and manage the forward, but just don't take off the suggestion of sideways.
Okay.
Okay, so as long as you maintain your sideways suggestion, you can say, excuse me, I said don't go forward. You can get louder with this hand, but just make sure that this hand never stops saying what we're trying to do.
Okay. Maybe I have too much here.
You have too much hanging out of your hand, yes. You want about 12 inches, all the way to the end of the tail. So you have probably about 16 inches right there.
No.
Now, all the way until you get a backup. All the way till you get a backup, because that's what you've asked for. Until you get your backup, he cannot be there. Now quit. And that's just to reward him getting on the right page. Now back him up to where you wanted him. So your pause is to say the right page. I guess my husband's doing the... I have to hit snooze again. How did I even get... I must have been just in the right spot where I could get signal enough for my cameras to pick up. All right. I wanted to make that not make that noise again, but I'm not going to have it. It's going to do it.
You're anticipating everything.
Well, that's why we're starting to take it up, right? We're going to take up our we're turning more into an advanced thing, because now it's not about can he and I make the movement happen. Now, can he and I communicate when I want the movement to happen, or which way I want the movement to happen? So you guys have the language. Now it's a matter of, can I get you to do it because I've asked you to, or are you just doing it because you're assuming?
Just assuming.
This is where you're going to now get better at communicating. He's still assuming.
Good boy. Right. That's it. I haven't asked you to do it yet.
And make sure you're not overly thinking about it, too, because he could be picking up on your thinking about it. Just like horses that pick up the canter before you tell them to pick up the canter, but you were thinking about the canter.
Still, I haven't told you what to do yet.
Yep. Yep. Tail, 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 tail. It's okay. Yep. Tail there. Now stop the forward. Tail, 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 tail. Stop the forward. Stop the forward. Stop the forward. Stop the forward. Good. There you go. Okay. Now, did you feel yourself, because, and I'm honestly going to tell you why you were able to get control? Why do you think you were able to get control? Because you had no choice. You were reaching the fence. You were reaching a human. You had to take control of your horse. So now imagine all of that urgency here. So as it's falling apart, his tail is dragging behind. He's sort of kind of walking. He's basically half passing. He's walking sideways. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we get the pieces that are broken, the pieces that aren't coming with us, we get our communication to there without it seeming like we're driving him forward. So your front feet are not allowed to come forward. Your butt was falling behind. We need your butt to catch up. So any part that's lagging behind, you need to catch up. And any part that's doing, back. Good. And any part that's not is being engaged in an activity that we didn't want at all, which is the forward, we're going to stop that.
Okay.
Good.
I thought about it.
Right, and then you went from,
Yep.
and you concentrated on saying we're not going to do anything yet. Like your energy internally was, I need to control you to stop you by not telling you anything yet.
Yes.
Okay? Because as soon as you start thinking it, he's going to pick up on that. Yep. Now, stop the forward and the tail, the tail, the tail, the tail, the tail. Stop the forward. Good. It's okay. You're going to get it. Good. Good boy. But he got it at the end. He was kind of proud of himself that he figured out what you wanted. So he's like, is this what you mean?
He just don't get that butt moving with me.
It's all right. So that means that maybe you should start a little more focused on the butt versus the girth.
You want to go that way?
Good. So in a case like that, so now we are specifically only asking for the tail to do something. So that's when you're going to take your rope and put it towards your belly button. That's going to point his nose towards your belly button, and then you can swing the tail away. So instead of kind of being out here with the line, we want to bring it in here, like you're going to stab yourself in the belly button. Like, but I'm a star. Good. Good. Now that's actually huge, because he's been wrongly guessing sideways, and he understood just backup, which could have not happened. So that's huge that he was like, oh, you want backup, I got that. See, I reward all the right responses, especially when they're in a state of assumption. Wait.
Wait.
Good. Now stop. Good.
Good boy. Good boy. That's correct. Yes.
Yep. Patience for instructions is hard for some horses. Ritz is a guesser. Yes. Yep. Hind end, hind end, hind end, hind end, hind. So this has become a little bit of a pattern. It's okay. So come back over here and make it your plan to have him go
Okay.
right here. Because you got it when it gets to where you're getting in trouble. You got it. So now just make sure that that's what because you're very clear once it gets that far. So only hind end.
No.
Only hind end. Only hind end. There you go. Good. It's okay if he overachieves. Good. Because the message was not getting to the hind end in this little area here. So you had to. So basically, if I was to say what was broken, that's what was broken right here. He kind of wasn't going forward. He was going sideways, but he was going sideways like this. So you didn't have to control the forward anymore, but you had to get the hind end to understand that it was part of the game. So that's the part that had been broken. So now you might have to do that one more time, but you might have the hind end working with you now. Good boy. Good.
Good. I saw him ask.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him ask that time.
He's asking again, though.
No.
Back, 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 back. Just
Back. 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 He's got that look like you think you are. All right, let's try that again.
good boy. Because you got to figure the horses that do it at Liberty had to have learned through all of this trial and error online. There's going to come a point where wiggling the rope isn't going to be part of the game, but maybe just a wave of a hand that says don't go forward. There's going to be a point to where all of the activities that we do with the rope will be eliminated. Yep. Tail, 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 tail. Tail's most important now. Good.
Good boy.
Good.
Good boy. I saw him actually cross over.
Yep. So you still have about 3 beginning steps that we want to change.
Good boy.
So the idea now is going to be able to tell him from initiation. When I initiate it, I want the tail to be involved, not the tail to catch up. I know.
No. Sorry, bud.
Tail first, tail first, tail first, tail first. Nope, nope, nope. It's okay. Nope, nope. Good.
We're getting it. It's getting a little better. I feel awkward about it, but it's getting better.
So, plan on the only thing moving when you first start is those back feet. Plan on that being what moves. Because he's already on the wrong angle anyway. So you got to get the tail to move first in order to get him to think sideways. So plan on as if you're doing a hind yield from in front of him. So stop his front feet. Stop his front feet completely. Stop. There. Oh. Okay. Okay. So, from right there, tell his hind feet only to move. Don't let his front feet do anything. Tell his hind end to move only. Block him from backing up. Yep. Don't pull him though. Yep. Block him from backing up. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give you something to. You don't have anything small enough.
Yes. That's what I wanted.
I wish you had something a little bit smaller.
Try that again.
Itchy. I know.
Itchy? Huh? You itchy?
Gets itchier in the winter. And then you get the static.
Nope.
Yep, nothing to do with the front.
Nope. Nope.
Good.
Nope.
So we don't want to totally use the word no because he's not. No would kind of mean don't do any of what you're doing because we do want him to do something. Okay, let me just borrow. You're not having trouble. I want to borrow just for a second because I want to see how I would tell him because I can't describe what I would do because I don't know 100%. Wait, no. No. I know. You're trying. Come here. Nope. 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 Nothing to do with your front feet there. Nothing to do with your front feet. Nope. 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 Get off me. Get off me. Stop. Back. 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 No. No. Back. Back. Listen. Take it down a notch for half a second. Wait. No. Nothing to do with your front feet. No. There. 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 No. Nope. Nothing to do with your front feet. Nope. Wait. Yep. Nothing to do with your front feet. Nope. 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 You don't have to come over to me. Nope. You don't have to come over to me. Nope. Nope. No. Yes. You don't have to come. You don't have to come. You don't have to come. Good. 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 Right there. Wait, wait. Nope, nope, nope. Nothing to do with your front feet. Wait, wait. Yes. Yes. Nope, nope, nope. I haven't told you to do anything. Yes. Wait, wait, wait. No, no. Wait. So he has a strong front foot thing going on. So I'm just trying to get him to understand that if I look at that calic on his hip and I control all the mistake he makes with his front feet, kind of preemptively, I'm like, I'm kind of fussing here, to preemptively say, nothing to do with your front feet. Nothing to do with your front feet. Nothing to do with your front feet. Stop. So my focus is right here. Right at the top of his calic, like the whole 4 inches of it. And that's all I want him to see me do. Good. All I want him to see me do. I know. Okay, I'll let you finish it. So, as you guys get better, he'll be able to say, oh, okay, nothing to do with my front feet. Okay, just my back feet. And then you could say, and now I need all your feet. And then, nope, just your back feet. Because there's going to be times where I'm going to want to set up poles for you to go in the whole obstacle course backwards, steering him. So he needs to be able to know just a little hitch or a big step, and then, I got to go this way now. But he's all doing backwards, so his front feet, if anything, is only involved in a backward way. So we have to get him to not always assume his front feet are involved. So instead of running out to stop the mistake, we're going to maybe even, because I was even preemptively saying, it has nothing to do with your front feet. I was kind of playing with my coins, right? Yep. And then only looking at the calic. And I never took my focus off the calic. I just kept pretending I'm going to control the front feet, but that focus can't change. Because as soon as I take that off of there and bring it to the front of him, now I've changed the spelling of the word. Right? Because the word has to be spelt the same way every time in order for it to make sense. So my word is, I'm spelling move your hip. Doesn't involve your front feet. Move your hip. I have to keep telling you to move your hip until you move your hip only.
Okay.
Just the hip, because he's got too much assumption. It was almost like I had to kind of change his pattern. So he's got way too much assumption that front feet are involved with you, so we need to make sure that you can tell him just my hip. Don't take your focus off of that calic there. Now raise your hand out to the side gently, not with a lot of energy. Don't take your focus off of there. Yep, stop the back up, but don't pull him. Just block, stop the forward. Good. There, stop. So you did feel yourself slightly get out and kind of want to jump in front of him, right? Okay, but he didn't overreact to that, so I didn't yell at you for it. Okay, because then you fixed it, right? But you did get yourself back into the, I got to get on this side of him, but you stopped yourself. Right, and you stopped yourself. So if anything, when they get going kind of stupid, like too much in the direction we don't want them to go, backing up can always kind of give them a cleaner slate. Yes, you can jump on the other side as long as you know once you've gotten them to change that page, you know how to get yourself from the correction back to the actual statement.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're just jumping over here to say no, 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 and then they're like, well, then what? And you're like, oh, well, wait a minute, I gotta get over here. Right. So, and if you're not quite as fluent to do that yet, then you're better off making them back up, and then try to, while you're backing up, you can kind of keep saying, you could keep backing up until he takes a step. So you could be backing up and take a step sideways with this hip only. I know, we're already in your head, huh? Okay. I know, I backed up. That's good. You didn't do anything wrong. Yep, that was gentle enough, but he's got a little forward thought, just so you know. But look at how nice he's gotten to where he's not immediately jumping into an assumption. Yep. And now don't lose your focus off that hip. And yep, just block, don't pull. Don't lose your focus. There. Good. So he still has some going with his front feet, but that's okay because he turned the page and he turned it without a lot of fine, then you want me to go this way? Because he was kind of just like throwing in the towel both directions. And we want to make sure that he actually is concentrating or has some focus. There you go. Yep. 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 He actually even asked before he started going forward. That was nice. Good, 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 good. I almost want to say I don't care that he did all that extra. Yeah. Did you see he had that? And he said, "Oh wait." So that means, and you gotta always be rewarding of that, either for yourself or for the horse. Either you did something clear enough, or he finally got the message. However you want to perceive that. If you want to pat yourself on the back, great, because you should, because you finally made it clear it has nothing to go with forward, and he actually second guessed his thought to go forward.
Yeah, he had that, I could feel it
Yep.
No, I don't think that's what she wants.
Yep, I've been getting in trouble for that consistently, as opposed to she gets mad when I do this, but there's no other message, So now you're being more consistent about your message. So he's like, okay, it has nothing to go forward, and okay, so give that a whirl again. And then we're going to really screw you up, because then we're going to go sideways again, and then we're going to go just the hip again. Because I want to make sure that you can communicate to the specific part of the body that we need him to understand. Yeah, because now you can say no because you didn't tell him to do anything.
No. No, sir. That was totally wrong. You're going to have patience here while I get my room together. You should be able to
Back. There. Now stop. Sometimes back just kind of parks him again.
He's taken the lead while I'm trying to get ready.
Right, because he's seeing your energy with the rope, even though you're not having energy. He's seeing the movement of the rope to be communication. Just wait on him.
No, no, back.
Yep. Hip. Good. Now, you know what's really, really funny? Is you got beautiful sideways.
I know, I saw that.
So what we've done was we fixed the part that was broken, right? So now he can actually go sideways for you properly. So go ahead and ask him to go sideways. But have your focus be more on the part that lags behind. Don't suddenly change it. Don't suddenly change it. So what happened there is you kind of got back into, going sideways mode. You got kind of crouched, and then he took the lead in how fast, and you tried to catch up. Where before, when you were just focused on the one body part, you were completely in control of what you were trying to do.
Okay.
So put yourself in control and don't let him make you catch up. And I would keep my focus more towards his flank than his ribs because he leads too much with his front end. So keep pushing the hip as opposed to any of the front end. Yep, yep, yep. There you go. Hip, hip. Yes, there. Now give him a break.
Good. Perfect. Good boy.
So sometimes you have to, yes, can you push every horse at a certain spot in the rib cage and make them go sideways? Yes. But your horse said, that doesn't look like sideways to me. That looks like you need me to lead a lot with my front. So now you need to make the adjustment for your horse. Now that horse may not. He may say, I really just need you to push my ribs. So now you know that this horse can go sideways by focusing more at his flank. More at his calic than at the ribs. With not a lot of, yep. Good. Good.
That's right. Settle down here.
And that's what happens too, is they get themselves all twirled up.
Don't get all wound up here. We're good.
It's like, but damn it, I thought I knew what you wanted me to do. Just trying to be really good at it. Yep. Yep. Don't forget the hip. No, don't get louder though. Just your focus. There you go. Good. Stop. Just, yep, put your hand on him or something should stop him. Yep. All right. So, let's give this first pole a whirl.
All right. Which way am I starting?
You're going to go towards the woods on that top pole. Front feet inside, back feet outside, and he's going to go towards your paddock. He's like, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? And I have another challenge for you, which actually is going to be a challenge. So you're going to go sideways over that first pole. Then you're going to lead him through the other two poles, and then you're going to back him back out of those two poles. Because he's so sure he's going to be going sideways that we need to make sure that we change it up on him so he doesn't make these assumptions. So anytime they start really assuming stuff, I always try to blow their mind and say, well, that was pretty stupid of you to think that, because I didn't want to do that. So you're going to have him go sideways down this pole.
No.
Then you're going to lead him forward and lead him through these two poles. You're going to stop him when his front feet get to the edge of these two poles. Sideways down that one. Lead him through these.
All right.
Stop him before his front feet exit.
Okay.
And then back him straight out. And then you're done for right now. We need to interrupt his assumptions here. And if we just go sideways, we're not going to help him. Hip, 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 hip. It's okay. It's okay. You were just kind of watching.